Happy holidays and welcome to Marin High School's virtual holiday music concerts. My name is Katrina Faring and I am this year's Marin Music Boosters president. My daughter Marie is a junior in the program. Please join me in giving a huge shout out to our amazing music teachers, the clinicians, our students, and all the behind the scenes helpers who have gone above and beyond to create these virtual concerts for you. I also want to thank all of our Music Booster members and our generous donors. You make it possible for the music to go on no matter what. So enjoy and have a wonderful holiday season.
Welcome to San Marin's concert virtually. I'm calling this performance our COVID concert. This semester has been quite a journey, and I'm incredibly proud of these students' perseverance and grit. The recording process on which we relied this semester is an incredibly tedious, time-consuming process and one that takes a lot of patience and discipline. These students demonstrated that discipline on a daily basis, and I know that as difficult as this process is, these students learned and grew as musicians. We began the semester by learning how to navigate Zoom and how we could reasonably play together using this platform. We then moved on to a music platform called Smart Music that allowed students to work on solo literature via computer. Students would practice, record, and send these assignments to me, and I would give comments back to them to help them improve their performances. Once students were comfortable with solo literature, we moved on to recording and sending assignments via Google Classroom. For the jazz students, I used screen recording to record comments verbally while students heard themselves playing and at the same time were able to see their music. This was the closest thing I could think of to give students instant feedback while they were hearing their individual playing. From there, we moved on to a platform called Soundtrap, a web-based mixing program which allowed students to record, save, send, and sync. Students would have the capability to then collaborate on projects by either texting or video chatting. This program also allowed students to begin learning how to edit, mix, and ultimately produce a group recording. None of this would have been possible without the support of our music boosters who helped fund some of these programs, nor would it have been possible without the assistance of several clinicians. I'd like to thank Neil Cormia, who worked with our saxophones and rhythm players, Chris Legge, who worked with our brass players, and Bill Thurer, who helped our trumpet players. Neil also spent numerous hours mixing and engineering some of our ensemble pieces. I'd also like to give a shout out to my daughter, Courtney McIver, who spent hours mixing and compiling the final version of this performance. She helped me get through multiple tech challenges. Like I mentioned, our boosters paid for some of our music platforms and helps with the cost of some of our clinicians. So if you haven't had a chance, please consider joining our booster family. Donations and help are always greatly appreciated. Thank you for being here and supporting the music department of San Marin. I hope you enjoy our show.
Hi, my name is Maddie. I'm a junior and I play the flute. Today I'm going to be playing a piece for you from the 12th Methodische Sonaten called Sonata in C minor, the fifth movement by Georg Philipp Telemann. Telemann was born in 1681 and this piece was published around 1730, which was during the late Baroque period. Some late Baroque elements of style included in this piece are the basso continuo accompaniment, which include the harpsichord and cello, the driving rhythms of ethnos, and the terce dynamics. Telemann also included new elements such as playful melodic lines, and this piece being light and free of trills or ornamentation. This all points to the early classical period. I hope you enjoy.
Dylan. I'm a junior and I play the tenor saxophone. This piece, Feliz Navidad, was written by a Puerto Rican man named Jose Velicano. This song was released in November of 1970 and became really popular among radio stations almost 2 decades after its release. His song originally had all Spanish lyrics, but decided to add a couple of English ones since he thought that the radio stations might not play his song if it had all Spanish lyrics.
Hello, I'm Sarah Ng. I'm a senior and I'll be playing Gavotte by George Frederick Handel on violin. Gavotte is a French dance, the name originating from the folk dance de gavotte and is from the Baroque era of music. Gavottes are typically written in modded duple meters, meaning that there are two main beats per measure, and in binary form, meaning that the piece itself is composed of two main sections. They also often have homophonic texture and simple rhythms. Handel was a German-born Baroque composer who was known for his operas, oratorios, anthems, concerti grassi, and Rogan concertos. This piece was known as Gavotte in G major, HWV 491, and was composed around 1705.
Hi, my name is Gideon Jacob. I'm in grade 9 concert band for San Marin, and the song I picked from Final Project is Amazing Grace, written by John Newton. The words written in 1772, and the arrangement and music was written in 1779. John Newton originally wrote this as a hymn for his church, along with 300 other songs, and he was an Anglican priest. He was originally in the Navy of the British, but he got in trouble, so they left him in Africa on one such voyage, and he became a slave for an African princess. His uncle then came down from Britain to save him and tried to take him back to America. While on the ship to America, there was a hole in the hull, and he prayed to God that the ship wouldn't sink, and all of a sudden, a crate moved and blocked the hole, stopping the water rushing in, and they made it safely to America. After this, he became very devout, as he now believed God was real, and he became a priest even. And then after that, after being a slave, he decided to become another enslaver, and he has slaves, but later in his life, he ends up talking bad about slavery, and he gives up his slaves and makes full turnaround. And then he dies of old age, natural causes. That's pretty much it for the song. Very exciting.
Hello, my name is Devonville Luna, and I'm a sophomore in San Marin High School. Today, I'll be playing Fukushiki no Karte, composed by Hidehiro Kawai. Fukushiki no Karte is by far one of my favorite songs. First composed and sang for the anime series Seisho Buta Yaru wa in 2018. Ever since watching this show, the outro always caught my attention, and when I found out I got to do a solo, I knew that for sure this was the song to play. The song was specifically made for the show. The show is based around puberty syndrome and adolescence syndrome, which led to the English translation of the song, Extraordinary Record or Mysterious Medical Record. Enjoy.
Hello, my name is Casey Gonzalez. I play the violin, and I'm in ninth grade. I'll be playing Song of the Wind, composed by Shinichi Suzuki. This is a folk song. A little bit about the composer. Shinichi Suzuki is a Japanese composer, plays the violin, and is the founder of the International Suzuki Method of Music Education. During his lifetime, he received many honorary degrees, was also named a living national treasure by the Emperor of Japan, and was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize.
Hi, I'm Lexi Fox. I'm a freshman and I play trumpet. I'll be performing one of the most popular holiday songs, Jingle Bells, which was written by James Lord Pierpont in 1850. It was inspired by sleigh races he saw, and he originally titled the song One Horse Open Sleigh. Because sleighs in the snow make almost no noise, it was common to add bells to the harnesses of horses so other sleigh drivers and pedestrians could hear you coming. I've added some Jingle Bell sounds to this recording too.
I'm Teddy, I'm a sophomore, and I play the trumpet.
Hello, I'm Dylan, I'm a junior, and I play the tenor saxophone.
Together we played a canon. A canon is a musical form that uses two or more instruments playing the same piece in the same or different pitch levels.
Usually one instrument will be played and the other will be played after them, and so on. This can also be called round. During the 15th century, canons became an important unifying device in settings of mass. There were many different variations of canons that sound beautiful when played with different instruments.
Hello there, my name's Amelia. I am a junior in San Marin High School, and I'm a violinist.
Hi, my name is Claire. I'm also a junior, and I play the viola.
Hi, my name is Connor. I am a freshman, and I play the cello.
And the title of her piece is Early One Morning. It's arranged by Percy Granger, Benjamin Bitten, Gordon Jacob, William Chappell, and Doris Gadza. The historical background of this piece is that it's an English folk song, and the lyrics have been found in publications as far back as 1787. The melody was first printed by William Chappell in his publication, The National English Airs. It may be derived from an earlier song known as The Forsaken Lover. It's used in a number of well-known folk song arrangements, and is adapted by Sir Francis Vivian Dunn as a military slow march called The Globe and Laurel. for the band of the Royal Marines in 1935. Some interesting facts is that Percy Grainger was an Australian composer, pianist, and conductor. There are many different arrangements of the song, most of which were folk songs. The song appeared in many TV shows and movies such as The Adventures of Robin Hood, Libel, and Pollyanna. That's it.
My name is Nathaniel de Guzman, and I'm a sophomore at San Marin High School. I play the trumpet, and today I'm playing Across the Stars, which is a classical soundtrack from the Star Wars series, and more specifically the prequel trilogy. It was composed and arranged by John Williams, who composed the rest of the Star Wars saga series scores as well. The song was arranged to present emotion in the movies between two characters and their opposing internal characters as well. I believe it does a wonderful job of introducing moments of both softness and intense emotion as well. Williams is a famous composer, often related to his composing of the Star Wars series music, along with other franchises such as Harry Potter and even Home Alone. His music background is diverse, and he crafts beautiful pieces of music, often for film.
Hi, I'm Bria, and I'm a senior, and I play the violin. The title of my selection is Home, and the arranger is RM Suga and P-Dog. The historical background of the piece is that Home was written by South Korean boy band BTS and was released on April 12th of 2019. The song is about how the fans are home to the members, and as well as how the fans give members strength to keep moving forward.
I'm exhausted, man. Guess what? I just wanna go home.
I'm Courtney McIver. I'm a junior and I play the French horn.
And I'm Gabrielle Faust. I'm a senior and I play percussion.
For our concert piece, we recorded a brass and percussion duet called On the Other Side of Beret, written by Tyler Arcari. Arcari is a composer, clinician, and teacher who received his BA and MS degrees in music education from Troy University, where he studied with composers Ralph Ford and Dr. Mark J. Walker.
Performing this piece remotely was an interesting experience, unlike anything we've ever done before. In the absence of in-person collaboration, we use digital recording software to record, layer, and synchronize the components of our song. The final product is an invigorating blend of French horn and snare drum that evokes tranquility and enthrallment.
Hello, I'm Gabe Choi. I'm a junior and I play the cello.
I'm Helena Fink. I'm a sophomore and I also play the cello. We will be playing the Andante section of the two duets composed by Ernesto Kolner and arranged by Larry Clark and Doris Gazda.
Ernesto Kohler was an American flautist and composer and was widely considered one of the best flautists of his time. He normally composed etudes, duets, solos, and solos for the flute, but occasionally he would compose pieces for other instruments such as the cello. With that, this is the Andante section of his two duets.
Hi, my name is Rai Hidari, and I'm a junior attending San Marin, and I'm a part of the concert band group, and I play the bells. I chose to play the bells because I wanted to get better at sight reading. The song that I decided to play was Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy, and here's a little background for the song. The Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy is a dance for a ballerina and is the third movement in the Nutcracker. Choreographer Marius Petipa wanted the Sugar Plum Fairy's sound to sound like drops of water shooting from a fountain. Tchaikovsky found the ideal instrument to do this was in a job in Paris in 1891. It was then he came across a recently invented celesta. This instrument looked like a piano and it sounded like a bell. Tchaikovsky wrote, "The celesta is midway between a piano and a glockenspiel, with a divinely wonderful sound." He wanted to use the celesta in the Nutcracker, which he did.
I'm in the 9th grade and I play the cello. Today I'm performing Minuet in C, a French dance song. It is typically performed by two people and written in 3/4 time. It was composed by Bach in the mid-1800s. It is a lively and energetic tune and one of my personal favorites. That's all.
Daniel, and I'm a sophomore. I play the alto saxophone.
Hello, my name is Ben. I am also a sophomore, and I also play the alto saxophone.
Ben and I played a duet of Tarantella Napolitana. We had to arrange it ourselves since we could not find a duet for alto saxophones online. First, we tried playing the main part and adding the accompaniment from a different version, which didn't really work. Next, we tried to create our own accompaniment, which didn't sound great. We then attempted to play this piece as a round, and it ended up just being a mess. And finally, we just decided to play the same part. We played together, and at intervals, we played separately. This sounded pretty good, so we just used this method for our final arrangement.
A tarantella is a fast piece of music written in 6/8 time to match the style of dance under the same name. Also known as the Dance of the Spider, tarantella is derived from southern Italy and have many variations, each characterized by a fast, upbeat tempo, accompanied by tambourines. A tarantella napolitana, written by Gioacchino Antonio Rossini, is likely the most famous tarantella. The tarantella napolitana is the tarantella associated with Naples, but when you hear this piece, you just think of Italy.
Hello, my name is Francisco Melendez. I am a 9th grader and I play the trombone. Today I will be performing Sonata Française by Franklin Delon. Sonata Française is a type of sonata, but what does sonata mean? Well, a sonata is a piece that is played as opposed to singing, and typically has 2 or more movements.
Hi, my name is Keon, and I am a senior who plays the violin. Today I will be performing Bourrée by William Babel. William Babel was an 18th century harpsichordist, organist, violinist, and composer who studied with Pepusch and Handel. Babel led an active professional life in London. As a violinist, he was said to have played in the private band of George I, while as a harpsichordist from about 1711, his name frequently appears in London concerto notices, usually in conjunction with those of Courbet and Duberg. He was also associated with Lincoln's Inn Fields Theatre. From November 1718 until his death, he was organist of All Hallows Bread Street.
name is Dylan. I'm a junior and I play the violin. This Jingle Bell Rock piece was composed by Leroy Anderson. This song was then modified and arranged by Joel Beal and Jim Booth, which became very popular on radio stations during the Christmas season. It has since been recorded and changed for their own version by other musicians. This song featured in many films like Home Alone 2 and many others. This song also inspired the special called Jingle Bell Rock, which was aired and animated.
Hello, my name is Christopher Yepes, and I'm a freshman, and I play the trumpet. My song is Hedwig's theme from the fictional movie Harry Potter, The Sorcerer's Stone. The film score was composed and conducted by John Williams, and the soundtrack was nominated for Best Original Score. There are 8 or more iterations of Hedwig's theme throughout the movies. This song is a theme for Hedwig the Owl. This owl had personality. She was more than a pet to Harry.
Hi, my name is Joshua Baumgartner. Today I will be playing Sourwood Mountain on violin. Sourwood Mountain does not have an actual composer nor a writer to it, hence why it has so many different lyrical flows. But the one I will be playing is arranged by Bob Phillips. Sourwood Mountain gets its origins from bluegrass and a little bit of Appalachian music and is considered an American folk song. Thank you. Thank you for listening.
My name is Helena Fink. I'm a sophomore and I play the cello.
I'm Courtney McIver. I'm a junior and I also play the cello.
I'm Anderson Teo. I'm a senior and I play the violin.
I'm Jesse Chi. I'm a sophomore and I play violin.
Our first piece is Musette. It was originally composed by Christoph Willibald von Gluck and it's arranged by Doris Gazda. Von Gluck, born in 1714, is a Bohemian Austrian composer of Italian and French operas. He was instrumental in the transition between the Baroque and classical periods of music. A musette is a style of French music and dance that was originally based around the musette de cor, which is a bagpipe instrument, but later centered around other instruments.
Our second piece is Gavotte, also composed by Christoph Willibald von Gluck and arranged by Doris Gazda. A gavotte is a French dance named after the Gavotte peasant people of the Pays de Gap region of France. And a gavotte always starts on the third beat of an incomplete measure and is always in common time and medium paced.
I'm Courtney McIver. I'm a junior and I play the French horn. Today I will be playing Sonata No. 3. Sonata No. 3, composed by the famous George Handel, was originally written for violin and harpsichord. Handel, born in the late 17th century, was a notable composer of the Baroque era, especially well known for his operas, oratorios, and instrumental compositions. He chose to compose 4 movements for the sonata, but I will only be playing the first movement, Adagio. Sonata form is a musical structure consisting of 3 main sections: an exposition, a development, and a recapitulation. This sonata was transcribed for French horn and piano by Vern B. Reynolds, a horn player who played in many skilled orchestras and taught at several prestigious conservatories. Reynolds has transcribed multiple Renaissance and Baroque pieces for brass, including Handel's sonata.